All right. Welcome to the 4th edition. I can't believe it, just 4 episodes. But 4 episodes of Windshield Wisdom. You know, because as a guy who's on the road a lot in coffee houses and conference rooms, I'm always thinking in the car. That's why I do most of my dramatic thinking, my deep thinking, my most reflective time always ends up here. And so today in Windshield Wisdom, I'm going to talk a little bit about struggle. Did you know that struggle is actually a good thing? And we spend most of our time trying to avoid struggle, which is interesting because you learn the most from struggle. You don't learn very much in victory, very much. Not much at all. In fact, you actually, once you've won enough times, you can kind of get a little lazy, especially if that victory came a little easily, or maybe that victory came because you had a lot of good people on your team that helped you get there. So now you think, oh, well, this is how it always works. And then when you actually have to struggle to get it, then now we get to see where you really are and who you really are, right? So, struggle. Here's what you need to understand about struggle. Struggle is actually necessary to be good at anything. In fact, anybody that's good at anything struggled along the line. And so struggle, we need to get rid of this idea that struggle is such a bad thing. It's actually not. Take, for example, the piano player, right? Or the guitarist, or anybody that takes up an instrument. Anytime you start to play an instrument, the first time you pick it up, the first month, the first few months, heck, the first year, you're not very good. In fact, it can be very disheartening to hear how bad you really are the first couple of weeks of trying to play guitar or trying to play piano. But you have to push through it. You have to struggle through it. You have to learn where to put your fingers on the fretboard and on the keyboard. You have to learn, not to fat finger it, as they say. There's a lot of things that you learn in the process to be more finesse, have more finesse with your fingers so that you can hit these different keys without hitting other keys on top of it. And that's the coordination part of it. Then there's the part in your mind where you have to be creative and figure out what notes go with what and what scales go with what scales, right? So there's so much going on. But it's through the struggle that makes you get there. It's the struggle. It's you fighting past being horrible as a guitar player or a piano player at first to eventually getting to the place where now you can play with your eyes closed. You can play standing up. You can play in front of people. And it doesn't even make you nervous, right? That all happened because they went through struggle. The piano player, the guitarist, they went through struggle. And struggle taught them that even though they struggled, look what you could still do. So every time you hit the right chords, hit the right melody, or the right notes, right keys, it does something for you because that's an example that you won, even though you're struggling. So remember, struggle's not bad, right? Struggle is really not as bad as people make it out to be. It's how you embrace your struggle that will determine whether you win or not. So I'm here to tell you, as a certified coach, professional speaker, and a lifelong student of behavioral science, struggle and struggle well, because at the end of all that, there's a reward, and that reward is you'll get better. That's it. No super scientific formula. You just get better when you struggle well. So struggle well. Now, are there some struggles that you should pretty much step away from if you're not getting it? Sure, there are some of those things, but don't make a lifetime out of just quitting things. Don't be known for all the things that you started and quitted. Be known for the things that you stuck with it when it was something that you knew you really wanted to do, but you're just going through that phase of struggle, which everyone does if they really want to be super at something. If they really want to be great, you will struggle. And as we know in our faith walk, hey, if you want to be a good person, an upright person, you will struggle because we're tempted by things all the time and by people all the time. So I'm going to just tell you this morning, struggle well. And don't run from struggle. Actually, wade right into it. Because the quicker you learn the mistakes, the quicker you'll get better. And then you won't struggle at all. BJ Dunn, certified coach, professional speaker, lifelong student of behavioral science. Now I'm going to put my eyes back on the road so I don't get into an accident. That'd be quite a struggle, wouldn't it?